Hey guys, so today we're talking about a few things, but first I have this Innovative Arms Grunt Suppressor on their W.A.R, and this whole rifle build ended up being pretty sweet. So the forefront of this build is this Grunt-M suppressor by Innovative Arms. Now, it's the Grunt-M, which is mini. They have their full-size Grunt suppressor, which will be a little bit quieter, but it's like I have some longer suppressors. I wanted to try a mini out, and I was impressed, especially on a 16-inch rifle. It sounds great, but it's probably because of the W.A.R as well, cutting out some of the the gases in your face. But it's really cool. It's only like 13.5 ounces. It's a solid stainless, like 17.4 stainless, and it's a monocore design. You can shoot a bunch out of it. They actually told me Innovative Arms has a local nuclear power plant, and their security forces use their suppressors. And they've run over 60,000 rounds through these Grunt minis, and on full auto, I think it was a 10.5-inch barrels, maybe it's 12, and they're still going strong. So it's like, oh, that's pretty cool, pretty impressive barrel. The pencil profile, it's a 1-in-8 twist, and so that with that Faxon handguard just makes it nice and light and well balanced. But then the Innovative Arms W.A.R is kind of what this build was focused on. If you've shot suppressed, you've probably ended up, at least with a semi-auto rifle, with gas all in your face. It's nasty. I remember my very first suppressor, a long time ago, I put it on just a stock AR, and first few shots, and I'm like, the burning, the stinging in the eyes. And then it broke my rifle. Nothing big, but the bolt catch, okay, the bolt is in such a high rate of overspeed because it's getting so much extra gas down into it that it broke my bolt catch off. So, yes, things need to be done. Now, normally, yes, I put a adjustable gas block on. But honestly, those cake up and then they're like permanently sealed to whatever you did. There are some other different systems, like I know my W.A.R I love because it has an actual switch, but it has 2 gas ports in there. So that's pretty, kind of intense, and then it's going to be proprietary, and you can only use that gas box, only use that barrel, all that jazz. This W.A.R, you can do whatever you want. Any, gas block and barrel and handguard and all that doesn't matter, and you just turn it off and on here. Now, why I like it better than an adjustable gas block is because you can adjust it in the field, okay? And you actually have 3 positions. So you have suppressed, which is just going to be straight up, and then we can turn it. It gets pretty stiff though. Okay, now that's going to be just regular unsuppressed, and then you can go to a mid selection there, and now we have the gas off, so we can be really quiet or practice malfunctions or experience what the suppressor does without the port pop of just the ejection port, and you're getting those extra gases in your head there. So they have proprietary gas tubes and pistol, carbine, and mid-length that allows you to adjust, just to install for whatever barrel you have. And it's pretty cool, and I've noticed that it makes it quieter and a little less gassy. Now, I still get gas in my face, but I also notice that sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Don't know if it's ammo, don't know if it's the weather, maybe more humidity, which is really where I live. It makes it have more gas in your face because my results have varied on if it's stinging my eye as much or not. But we're going to go through a little bit of paces with that today. Then I have this Crimson Trace 1100 series prism optic. Not too fond of it. I'm on my 3rd battery, and the thing just either drains on its own or I'm forgetting to turn it off and it doesn't time out because it's just not supposed to time out, and it has a very short eye relief. And so you really have to get up in there and adjust the stock down, and I don't care for that. So I might not leave it on there too much. But enough talky, let's shooty. So the easiest way to show you that the gas block works, we remove the suppressor. We're going to put this is some Nevada ammo that I bought several years ago. Not been impressed with the accuracy. I don't even know if they're still in business, but at least it will keep us consistent as we do this. So with the kill switch on the suppress setting and the suppressor removed, it should not cycle. Let's see. It didn't even reset my trigger. All right. Okay, it reset the trigger that time. Reset the trigger, but it's not cycling. It's cycling enough to kick it out, but not work. That's what it's supposed to do because it's not suppressed, right? Okay, so let's put it on unsuppressed. Oh, wow, it moved real easy this time. I must have loosened it up. All right, so this should cycle well. Oh! We need to load it. That'll help, right? And one in the tree. There we go. All right, so it runs fine when you have it loaded. Now let's put a suppressor on it. So here's what's wrong with your suppressor, and now you're not using it, and you have a tuned gas block that requires Allen keys and all that jazz. You can't adjust that, and now you have a single shot. With this, we just switch it back and forth. Oh, now we're suppressed, now we're unsuppressed. You just do that. And you're like, well, when do your suppressor fail? Have you ever shot a silencer co-saker? Have you ever launched one downrange? They're notorious for coming off their mounts and flying downrange, which is why, of course, a direct thread is better in that case. It's kind of cool when you launch them because it gives you a lot more recoil impulse. Unless you're over a pond, then you lose your suppressor. Don't do that. All right, so we are now on unsuppressed, but with the suppressor on. So we have full gas blowing into it. We're gonna do that just to compare where our spent brasses go. Brass, okay. Oh, gassy. That was a relatively low rate of fire. And our brasses went straight ahead. Man, that thing freed up today. All right, that's easy to move. Oh, I didn't tell you what I was doing. I put it back. We need more ammo. I got a few more rounds of the Nevada. We're on the suppressed setting. It still looked like our brass was flying forward, but let's see if it's less gassy. Much less gas in my face. I do feel a little, but it's not stinging like it did earlier. Wasp, bee, go away. I guess, I don't know his deal, if he likes the brass or not. Let's demo it on the kill switch on the half setting. All right, this is just some junk reloads of mine that didn't have the brass trimmed correctly. Okay, we're on an angle, so it should be cut off now, and it does. Could have swore I still felt a little gas. All right, but that's what it's supposed to do, and it works. Let's shoot faster. So we're going to do two magnums, one suppressed and on the suppressed setting, the other suppressed and on the unsuppressed setting, and just see if we see any difference in where our brass casings go. So this tree right here, it's going to, anyway. Okay, they go forward, but like with 2 foot of energy, they're just right there. It's like, boom, there's all our brass. That's cool. Huh. All right, now, oh, yeah, I got to make sure I put it on unsuppressed. It's a little tight. I am assuming most of these are just gonna go the same direction but fly a lot further. I had to take my head off. That was brutal. They didn't go too far. Huh, that's interesting. And so you may have different results with different rifles and different gas tubes and, you know, lengths and all that jazz. But we do know that the kill switch works, because if we shoot it with the selector on suppressed and no suppressor, it's not going to cycle. So that about wraps it up for this fun little 16-inch rifle build. The suppressor is that Innovative Arms Grunt-M. Retails for $645 with the exoskeleton. You can save money if you don't want it. You can get the longer version if you want it quieter, but like I said, for the compact nature of it, I was really impressed with the decibel reduction and just how well it sounded. They also have different colors like FDE and stainless and burnt bronze, stuff like that. That Faxon barrel in there, I was impressed. This week I shot a 1.1-inch group at 100 yards with remanufactured Angel Fire ammo. So, I mean, that's with this 3X optic. So, yeah, I've been impressed with the accuracy. And of course, if you want to get away from getting gassed out, look, you can't just throw, okay, you can. You can put a suppressor on a stock AR, but it's going to be unpleasant. So you got to do something. And this is an easy fix and field adjustable. You can get these for $265 retail from innovativearms.com. Comes with every length of gas tube that you need it to. And just thanks for watching today, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. Did you see that? Come on, Dustin! Come on, Dustin! I came in like a wrecking ball! Yeah! Oh, perfect! Yeah!